Hey there, folks. Today we're diving into one of the most fascinating figures in biblical history, King David. Now, you've heard the stories, but what makes King David such a captivating character across so many religious traditions? That's what we're here to explore. David's life and legacy reach far beyond the pages of the Bible, weaving through the intricate tapestry of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. We'll be breaking down his extraordinary story from his humble beginnings to his complex personal life and enduring legacy. So buckle up as we trek through time to uncover the real story of Israel's beloved king. First off, let's chat about where David comes from. Born in Bethlehem, David was the youngest of 8 sons of Jesse. But here's the kicker, he's got some royal roots. David is the great-grandson of Ruth, whose story of faith is legendary. Her journey from Moab to Bethlehem and marriage to Boaz seeded the line that would eventually lead to David. Not just a shepherd lad, right? The turning point, the prophet Samuel. Anointed by Samuel as God's chosen king while still a young shepherd, David was set on a path destined for greatness. But life wasn't about to hand him the crown just yet. Fast forward a bit, David's rise to fame really catapults with that epic face-off against Goliath. Armed with just a sling and a stone, he slays the giant Philistine and captures the heart of a nation and maybe a few hearts of the royal household, given Saul's fondness for him. But even before becoming king, David was multi-talented. Not just a giant slayer, he was also a gifted musician who played the lyre to soothe King Saul's troubled spirit. Talk about a diverse resume. As king, David was more than just a figurehead. He transformed Jerusalem into the beating heart of Israel, a political and spiritual hub, by moving the Ark of the Covenant there. His military conquests expanded the kingdom, forging alliances that kept Israel's enemies at bay. David was strategic with an eye for the long game, gathering resources for the temple that his son Solomon would eventually build. But let's be real. David's life wasn't all victories and celebrations. His personal life? A soap opera of epic proportions. Take Bathsheba, for instance. Their affair might have started on a rooftop, but it triggered a cascade of sin and redemption. David's attempt to cover up the affair led to the infamous murder of Uriah, Bathsheba's husband, marking a dark chapter in his life. Yet, from these missteps, we glean the depth of David's humanity and repentance. David as a dad? Not exactly a Hallmark card scenario. His sons Amnon, Absalom, and others each brought their own drama to his court. Amnon's despicable act against his half-sister Tamar and Absalom's rebellion were direct hits to David's kingship, underscoring the chaos his leniency towards his sons incited. So where does that leave us? Looking at David's legacy, we see a tapestry woven with both triumph and tragedy. His complex character made him not only a pivotal king in Israel's history, but also a beloved and enduring figure whose story continues to resonate in religious and cultural narratives. On a geekier note, archaeological finds like the Tel Dan stele have stirred the pot by corroborating the existence of a House of David. These artifacts bolster the biblical narrative with hard evidence, silencing some skeptics on David's historical authenticity. Despite his flaws, or perhaps because of them, David's story illustrates the human capacity for both sin and redemption, a narrative we can still relate to today. So, isn't it just fascinating how David remains this celebrated yet imperfect hero, still relevant after all these centuries? If you're as intrigued by ancient history and its colorful cast as I am, hit that subscribe button and let's dive even deeper into the stories that shaped the world. Until next time, keep exploring.